no competition. Now, as you grow up and as you move on, you know what I'm saying, trying to make money and everything else, you're going to run into a lot of people who are still caught up in what I like to call teenage competition. You know what I'm saying? It really comes from a certain amount of them feeling they have to be better than everyone else. When in this game, when we talking about money, who do you really have to be better with? It's really you and your hustle by yourself, young homie. It isn't a whole bunch of people showing up to stop you from going to law school and becoming a lawyer if you have to. Who's stopping you? Who's competing against you? There isn't a whole bunch of people stopping you from going and opening up your own restaurant, homie. Who's competing against you? You know what I'm saying? There isn't a whole bunch of people, even when it comes down to women and you getting chosen by women, homie. There really is no competition because the woman's going to like you or not going to like you. You know what I'm saying? There is no competition in this world, but since most people feel when they're talking about chips or anything else, you just run into some very competitive cats for no reason. Me personally, I hate the cats. I hate to be around them. You know what I'm saying? I have no problem playing basketball against a cat one-on-one for fun. You understand what I mean? I mean for fun, like, hey, we just messing around and it can get pretty intense because I want to win. You know what I'm saying? But realistically, in the whole scheme of things, it falls to like number 10 on the Freeman Hustle chart, man. It's not even significant to me. It's just a game. You're going to meet a lot of people who think because they have a competitive nature that somehow that translates into chips. It does not translate into chips. It actually translates into them having a healthy form of paranoia. You know what I'm saying? That everybody's coming against them. As soon as you do something, they're going to come out and do it just like me. As soon as I go to the store, they're going to want something from me. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole bunch of stupidity. But what you have to get through your head about not being, I'm not saying not to be competitive in the sense of, sometimes somebody step in your lane, partner, and we only got so many ways to get there, and then you got to compete. But you got to understand what the goal of competition really is. And that is also to get chose, to get recognized by whomever's setting up the game for you to be chosen and recognized, young partner. You know what I'm saying? You go out, we have the LA Marathon today out here on the West, right? There's a whole bunch of cats running down the street, you know what I'm saying, preparing themselves to be the number one, to hopefully get to place well. For what? You know what I'm saying? I mean, I can understand if you want to be in shape, and it's a lot of cats are out there and they've been training, and that's a personal goal of theirs. But you heard what I said. I said personal goal of theirs. They didn't go out here trying to beat everybody else. And the cats who are professional out there, the African brothers that come out here, the West African cats, the East African cats that really just be blazing people up on them streets. You know what I'm saying? They win chips and they got something else to look forward to. You know what I'm saying? It turns into something. But you see, somebody else set up the purse. Let me break down the LA Marathon for you so you know. There's 100 million sponsors that come over here who want to put their little Gatorade sponsorships all on the side. So the cat who set up the LA Marathon is getting money by them putting Avion water on the side of the thing. Then he got all you dummies out here running for no reason. You understand what I'm saying? To win 100,000 when he made 2.5 million from all the advertising. Understand the hustle, homie. Understand when you see someone talking to you about any form of competition, sit back, fall back, look at it and think, who's really coming up off of me and this other cat going at each other? Because if you were a man about your chips, you would realize that these cats don't even matter. There is no competition when it comes to money, because you're the only cat gonna get up and do it. You know what I'm saying? No matter how much you listen to, music you listen to, right? It can exist. Both people can exist. They act like it can only be one great rapper at a time or one good country singer at a time. That's just a lie. But the cats up top that run these companies, they keep making you compete against each other so they can make more money. And so you can develop a natural enemy. This is what competition really breeds, homie. When you were a kid, they did it for you to feel like you can beat someone, to be recognized, to be chose, to put a gold star on your head, to get you to go to school, to get you to do a whole bunch of things. As a grown man in this game, as an adult in this game, why are you competing against anybody? You know what I'm saying? There is no reason. What is the reward you're gonna get besides somebody saying, "Ooh, you know, he's a good battle rapper"? What the hell I care about that? That don't make no sense. Did he get a contract out of that? Did he make money off of that? You know what I'm saying? See, this is why you youngins in the game. See, and I don't fault you for when you're young in this, and I don't mean young in age. I just mean young in knowledge, young in mentality. You know what I'm saying? Because you haven't done enough to realize when people are setting you up and hustling you yet, that they got you out here going to auditions to compete against other people to get put on, so they can decide who they are going to milk and pimp today. And that's what it is. Whenever you see someone say, "I want to see who's the best." I was at a job once, right? This is past, right? And me and this other cat were going to be manager of the thing. I just got there, so I wasn't really sweating it. So the VP told me, he said, "Yo, Freeman, you know, I want to see who's going to compete for the job." And then I said, "Well, that cat can have it, man, because I ain't about to compete for nothing. Either you're going to give it to me or you're not going to give it to me." You know what I'm saying? What the hell is this? You know what I'm saying? What's the prize I'm going to get? You know, to be in charge of somebody else's stuff? You know what I'm saying? That's just dumb, homie. And that's why I'm putting this one out today, talking about you being smart enough to recognize that there is no competition to your hustle. And any cat who got these problems, you got to steer clear of them. And this is why I told you they create ghosts. And I'm going to give it to you straight. If me and you are going down the street, let's say I got to plant some trees on the left side of the street, you got to plant some trees on the right side of the street, right? One competitive cat would say, "I'm going to beat Freeman from planting trees on the right side of the street." You know what I'm saying? And I'm unaware of it. I'm sitting on the left side planting my trees. This is how I get paid, homie. I can care less if you do 200 more than me. You understand what I'm saying? So the other cat, the youngin' in the brain, youngin' in mentality, youngin' into this hustle, think that, "Oh, you know, I'm gonna show him I'm better than him, and I'm gonna show the boss that I can do more than him. I'm gonna show him I'm more productive." It does not make a difference. In fact, all I'm thinking is I'm sitting there doing my trees, right? Is looking at this cat, and if you come up here boasting and bragging to me, now I gotta recognize you as a potential enemy. Is that what you really wanted me to do? Did you want to make cats who really don't have no problems with you recognize you as a potential, you know, enemy that I gotta deal with? Because now I gotta deal with this stupid, you know, ignorant cat who don't understand chips, who want to sit here and show that he better by planting trees. I mean, you got to get your self-esteem up and stop getting caught up in what you show other people instead of what you prove to yourself, homie. You know what I'm saying? Because if you start proving things to yourself, that I'm the kind of cat that can build businesses, I'm the kind of cat that can go to any city and make money, I'm the kind of cat who can, you know what I'm saying, build with other people when we sit down and talk about things. I'm the kind of cat that don't compete over women when I know they decide for themselves who they want to be with. You dig? This is just stupid. The best I can do in any situation is be me. Because nobody can be me. And there is no competition in being me. You dig? And this is what I want you to get. Because I always have these it's just the way of my life, homie. I can't even back out of it. You know what I'm saying? Because I run into these cats and it ain't going to stop for the rest of my life, so be it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going to cry over it, but I run into these cats and all they want to do is size me up in comparison to what they doing. And they get disappointed when I don't really want to go in the direction that they going. Or they get disappointed that I don't find the same girl that they thought was fine as pretty. I think she normal. Come out to the West Coast and we'll update your feeling of what beautiful women are. You did. Come to California. Come to LA. Sit for a while. We got them coming in by boatloads from your city coming over here to get put on. So I seen pretty women, homie. I'm not competing against Beyonce in Houston. I've seen better. I'm not knocking Beyonce. I'm just saying I've seen better, homie. I'm not, you know, it don't bother me. I don't want to take away the queen of Houston, homie. I don't want to do that from you. But don't compete with people over stuff that does not matter. And if you're really trying to build something for yourself, none of them matter. Zero. Because if a cat was coming against me to build his own business, say it's the same business, right? We got 1 million customers to go after. Unless this cat literally comes into my lane, comes in and takes my clients, right? Even if he takes my clients, that's just the name of the game, homie. Sometimes people go different places. I don't take it personal. I got no control over where somebody is gonna, you know what I'm saying, go buy a hamburger today, young partner. I don't. So why would I compete with somebody else? You know what I'm saying? I gotta produce the best I can, and I gotta do for self. I gotta do what I think is the right way for me to get about, you know, doing things in this life. These are the things that, you know, as a youngin' into this game, you don't get. And like I said, I don't mean youngin' like you 17. I mean youngin' like you ain't never did nothing, so you over here believing stupid seminars that you see on TV all day, talking about that you need to compete with other people. You need to prove you're better than people. You need to have a better resume than people. You need to show that you've volunteered here, that you worked at the Red Cross, that you, what the hell are all these requirements for when I just want to damn screw in a light bulb? They got you jumping through hoops, young partner, and that's what competition is when you see it when it comes with chips. Jumping through hoops to prove to somebody, you got to prove to me you really want it. What the hell I got to prove to anybody, man? See, when you're trying to get put on this life, and it's a lot of people who are, man. When you're trying to get put on this life, you think competition is the way of the game. Because you're too young in your brain to understand that somebody is over here hustling you. You know what I'm saying? I want to go out to tryouts. That's when you were 15 trying to apply for the football, basketball, baseball team. Right? The hell do a grown man got to try out for? So you got to get your brain understand. I'm trying to break this stuff down because you're going to run into a lot of cats who just have this thing in their gene. They were Al Bundy at Polk High in football when they were 15, and they always been able to talk to the ladies, and they always been able, you know, he gonna bring up all the garbage he did when he was 17, young partner, and that got nothing to do with us being 25 going out here trying to build something for ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I got a better job, you know, I'm not, you know, I make more money than the plumber. I wouldn't want to dress up like the plumber, not knowing that the plumber make more money than your dumb ass on any given day. And he don't have to go anywhere. And he gets to wear jeans and coveralls and go and deal with people when he has to. See, this is what happens when you want to compete. When they line you up into the box like a bunch of racehorses, and all you can hear, you know what I'm saying, is, you know, here comes the gun, here comes the gun. I got to be ready because here comes the gun. You dig? You got to get that through your head. You know what I'm saying? When any man you meet in your life, any adult, because I know I got women listening to me, but any adult you meet in your life where you think, I got to compete against someone to get a better position, then you in the wrong game. Because there is no, who competing against, I don't know, who makes basketballs? I mean, who's competing against him? He got another one. Somebody else jumped into the game, but he doesn't care. He gonna still make a certain amount of basketballs, right? I mean, it's stupidity for you to be competing against a man one-on-one. It's just utter stupidity for you to be going out here, you know what I'm saying, comparing yourself, talking to other people, trying to figure out what they did so you can beat them. What the hell wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? Somebody didn't tell you, somebody didn't help you. I know a lot of you cats just like me, you didn't grow up with your dad around. Somebody didn't transfer you from understanding from being a young kid, always trying to get recognized and get chose, to being a grown man, being in the position to choose people. You understand what I'm saying? Build up yourself as a man. Build up your power. Build up your assets so you can walk down the street. Nobody, what the hell I care whether some dummy can drink more than me. You know what I'm saying? You can't hold your liquor. What the hell I care? What does that prove? You know what I'm saying? I'm being with more women. What the hell I care? You know what I'm saying? You over here, you number 10 in line on some girl I wouldn't even touch with my pinky, partner. You dig? You know what I'm saying? What the hell as a man have you proved to anyone? This is why I wanted to put this one out today, because I didn't want you cats to ever think, you know what I'm saying, I'm giving you grown man game. Homie, I ain't giving you that little kid garbage. I ain't talking about no rims on my car. I ain't talking about no tint. I ain't talking about whether I got 2010 version of a car. What the hell that make any damn difference to anybody? Because we talking chips here, partner. We not talking stupidity. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not here to tell you how to start your own club and be cool, homie. You figure that dumbass stuff out by yourself. I'm telling you how to own 20 clubs, homie, and then put somebody else on so they could fulfill their dream of being puffy in the club, dancing all over the place, drinking every night. You know what I'm saying? When you come to the rise and grind, I'm telling you how to stand up on your own too, not to dance on your two. Damn it, I'm not talking about that. You understand what I'm saying? And this is a key component of you being a man or a woman. Women don't seem to have this competition problem as much when it comes to chips. Y'all got it in a lot of other areas, but y'all don't have it when it comes to chips. Women are able to focus when it comes to chips a hell of a lot better because things are not challenging their manhood. They don't have one. You know what I'm saying? But for the rest of you young cats in there who don't get what I'm trying to really get here and say for you to, for today, if you are over 25, I always use 25 as a marker. See, you see what I'm saying? I go from ninth grade to 12th grade. You a young, you a youngin'. You trying to figure out. You're 18 through 21. I figure you out here doing that college thing. Enjoy yourself. Stomp the yard. Go step and do what you got to do. I enjoyed myself. 21 through 25. You trying to get into this game and figure it out. And you at that put me on stage. 25. Become a man, homie, and stop playing these damn games. You know what I'm saying? Competing against everybody. Talking about people who don't recognize you. What the hell we care? You know what I'm saying? You acting like you 17 and the pretty girl you know what I'm saying, doesn't see how good of a guy you are. Man, you sound like a loser, homie. Every time you bring up somebody's name in your game, you sound like a punk. You sound like a loser. You sound like a sucker. You sound like a sap. You dig? I don't bring up people's names when I have to do what I gotta do. You know what? When I do it, I'm gonna be just like Donald Trump. I don't care what that coward doing, man. You know what I'm saying? I gotta be about mine, partner. I don't got no time to be sitting here competing against ghosts. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know Puffy, but I'm gonna sit there when I meet him, I make better records than him. What the hell does he care as a man? What the hell should I care as a man? You dig what I'm saying? You gotta get that through your head so you know when you're dealing with stuff, and as you grow up in life, you're not losing by competing. There is a time to compete in this game when you got money, when you're going after people. If me and this other cat are on this block and he got a liquor store and I want to open up a liquor store in the same, believe me, there's competition right there. But guess what? I showed up in his lane, partner. I showed up on his block. That is competition. Now, what if I said, I want to be 7-Eleven or Walgreens? I ain't showing what the hell I got to worry about them for. Why would I even start my angle? See, some of you cats ain't self-motivated. So you need to go out here and look at other people and say, this is who I need to beat. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all cats, that's the way y'all were indoctrinated, the way y'all were brainwashed wherever y'all came through. You know what I'm saying? You always feeling that I got a marketer and I got to beat these people. I got to be number one. What the hell number one gives you if you don't got number one in money, partner? What the hell does it give you? You know what I'm saying? I want to come in your house and see 10,000 trophies and you don't got no damn dollars in your pocket? You know what I'm saying? You ever been in somebody's house who's like a high school superstar athlete who never made it to the pros? This fool still got his high school things up there like we should appreciate. That's the past. You a sucker. You lost. What have you done as a man? They got you all wrapped up in this game that you got to compete against everybody else every day. For what? For the attention of others. Right? So you can get chose, so you can get put on. There is no competition, young homie, in this game. It's just what the hell you gonna do about it tomorrow? Are you gonna get up and be about it, or are you gonna get here and sit down and start complaining and telling everybody, they never give me anything, and I gotta, they put this other person on, that's why I never did, and you're gonna be name dropping like a loser. Let me give you one rule that really irks me. It's a little bit off the subject. Stop talking about other people's chips. You know what I'm saying? Stop talking about, when I talk about GE, do you hear me say the dude's name? Or do you just say, I look at the company? You understand what I'm saying? I don't really get into names. Because I'm trying to build an empire, homie. I don't got no time to worry about who's the head of Fruit of the Loom. Because he don't got nothing. I'm just looking at the business and saying, that's a good business. I want to set up a similar business. But I'm not competing. Because, first of all, I ain't even on that cat's level to compete with him. Man, don't come into this game. Don't come into what they say, don't come into don't bring a knife to a gunfight. Homie, you bringing a fingernail file to a gunfight. You really are not even on a radar to some of these cats. And you coming out here puffing out your chest like a pigeon, spreading your feathers like a peacock to be noticed. You understand what I'm saying? So you can announce to everybody that you just as strong as the next man. What the hell does that prove to anybody? So as I wrap this up, I want you to know, young homie, don't matter if you young in age, young in mentality, young in this chip game that you're going after. Stop competing. Do you, young partner? Nobody coming. No need to make up any fake enemies that don't exist, that don't really have any problems with you, man. You know what I'm saying? You cats just love to do this stuff, man. And I was young in the game, too, at one time. And I used to just sit there and say, I'm going to go out and beat this person. Then I just thought to myself, man, ain't nobody coming with me. You know what I'm saying? Even if I tell y'all cats what I plan to do tomorrow, I only got to think maybe one or two cats going to do something about it. And even them, they got their own thing. See, when you really get to the top of your chip game, and I'm not talking millions. I'm talking about with the understanding of what money really is. The only cats you really have to really even think about worrying about are the cats who have their own. Because a man who has his own can get up and do something else. The rest of you cats that you think you're competing against, when you go out to these clubs and when you hang out and when you talk to your friends and he's smart in English and another dude's smart in physics, wait a while, young partner. You're not old enough to see what happens to a grown man when he stops being in the life of the party. They start turning into old saps. You know what I'm saying? Flabby and sick. You understand what I'm saying? Defeated looking homies on these streets. Cars looking like garbage. Don't take no pride in their appearance anymore. Give yourself some time, because once the competition is over, you understand what I'm saying? Or these cats can't compete, they all get deflated. That's why all these athletes, when they can't compete no more, they turn on the drugs and all kind of craziness. Because they couldn't cope. They don't got nothing to compete against, or they can't compete no more, so now they feel bad. There is no competition in this game. That's the way they set up school, to get you through it. There is no competition in this game. That's the way the job set it up, so you two dummies can act like racehorses and get the corner office. There is no competition in this game, even for women, because that girl would choose who she wants to be with. And all you can do is present yourself, young partner. You know what I'm saying? There is no competition when it comes to big money. Because by the time you set up shop, and if you blow up and become a big company, some guppy gonna come running into the damn ocean with us, and he gonna get ate up. Don't ever act like they don't got a whole bunch of guppies who think they can come over here and mess with people who already established their game. You can't come in here with a fingernail filed to a gunfight, homie. That's what y'all doing with this competition thing. And on GP, some of you cats just competitive for no reason. You know what I'm saying? So don't act sideways when I don't even want to entertain the idea of even sitting there chit-chatting with you more than 2 minutes. Because I know when cats are sizing me up. You understand what I'm saying? When they don't really want to sit here genuinely and chop it up and build and break bread. I know that. I know that feeling already, homie. So, you know what I'm saying? Don't get mad when I just sit back and say, you won, homie. You can have it. Whatever you wanted me to be, I am that, homie. Because I don't got no time. I'm trying to make chips. I'm trying to build. Because a long time ago, I figured something out when I had to get up and do for myself at 17 years old, young partner, and nobody came with me. You know what I'm saying? It was really up to me on how far I was going to go. And that still is the same thing I got today. Who's going to show up and stop me? You know what I'm saying? All you got is a pipe dream, homie. I got a whole, you know what I'm saying, a whole notebook of hustle. You know what I'm saying? There is no competition, homie. Get that through your head and stop acting like a little girl, homie. Next time, partner.